dancer. So she really taught me to quiet my mind, and I talk to them in my head now. I mean, one of them is named Rusty, a red cat I brought home. I mean, they all, the cats and dogs, I all keep rescuing them. And he doesn't like to have me get close to him. He's got some fears, that, he'll give me a shot, he'll take me to the vet. So if I'm sitting, he walks over, and then I pet him. But if I stand up, I'm dangerous. So I'm trying to give him, the tick and flea medication, and he won't let me catch up with him. So I told him I need to do this, and I skipped a meal. If you want me to feed you, you have to let me medicate you. So 2 meals later, he stood still, and I could give him the medication.
I hope he had a big meal after that.
Yeah. Oh, he's a big, hefty cat, and eats very well. And
tell us about your book, Smudge Bunny, because that's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Well, as I say, what the rabbit teaches, what shall I say, is about love, and all the messages I received from my parents. I mean, one was, that if things happen that you're not happy with, I would come home from school and say to my mother, I had a terrible day. And she'd say, it was meant to be. God is redirecting you. Something good will come of this. And I thought, Ma, what is wrong with you? Why don't you help me? But I realized that by telling me that, she programmed me for a life that will have some troubles in it, and that could redirect you. And it's like I always say, supposing your car breaks down on the way to the airport. Oh, God, I'm going to miss my flight. And when you get there, you find out the plane crashed. Now you're saying, what a wonderful tire. I'm going to save it and put it up in the living room. So those events can really save your life. And Smudge Bunny, because we found 2 bunnies, Smudge and Snowflake, running, we named them, but they were running loose in the woods near our house. So I know some neighbors must have had them, or, how they got out or lost, I don't know. But we put out a have-a-heart trap and were able to get them and bring them in. And the story is like that, you see. Your mother is telling you, your bunny mother, that good things can happen, God is redirecting you, and the little bunnies don't believe it. They're having all kinds of troubles, they're caught, they're going to be adopted, no longer in the wild, living in somebody's house, all these terrible things are going to happen. But in the end, when they are adopted and into a family, it becomes a beautiful experience for them. They receive love and care, and then
it's such a strong lesson, Bernie, that something good will come of this. I think for a children's book to have that message, but for a person going through a hard time in their life at whatever age, it's such an inspiring little book. I love it.
Right. And it's, again, Mom was right, because I learned that in my life, that so many things have happened, and I have to say my mother was right. And the other was, if you didn't know what to do, she'd say, do what'll make you happy. I'm looking for advice. And all she would say is, do what makes you happy. And so I'd say, she's no help. It could be, where should I go to college? What job should I take? Who should I marry? It doesn't matter what age you are. What should I have for dinner? Do what makes you happy. And I just would stand there in the kitchen. Ma, you're not helping me at all. But she did. She put me in touch with my feelings, which is what we all need to be in touch with. It's back to the quiet mind. Stop thinking, because you're never going to connect. Oh, can I tell you about one cat I adopted? How much that talking to it meant. I wrote a book also, Buddy's Candle.
It's such a great book. I've read that online. It's so wonderful.
Teaching the family how to be a survivor. Yeah, because I have a friend who's alive today, because when her boyfriend took off learning she had cancer, she let a cat in who was on her porch and learned the cat had a year to live when she took it to a vet. So she said, the 2 of us have a year to live, and I'm totally depressed, and the cat's tearing up the living room, having a wonderful day. So I thought maybe the cat knows something I don't know. And they both went on living. The cat for like 10 or 12 years, and the woman is alive and married today. But to get back, where was I before I got distracted?
About Buddy's candle.
Well, yeah, but anyway, I don't know if I mentioned the theme, but the thing that I realize when we have losses and grief, they don't accomplish anything, really. And I'm not saying it's wrong to grieve the loss of a loved one, but they don't accomplish anything. And what came to me from the story, and why I put it in the story, Buddy's Candle, and about Buddy, was that if your loved one dies and you're in heaven watching a parade of say, all the dogs who died that week that you loved, or family members, and you see Buddy coming along in the parade with a dark candle in his mouth, and you say, oh, there's Buddy, his candle's dark, and the angel says, go light it. And you run up and you say, Buddy, I came to light your candle. And Buddy says, Bernie, they light it, but your tears keep putting it out. And boy, that helped me to not, be involved in just the grief and stop enjoying life, but to live the life that Buddy would like, or my parents would like me to live, and to do that. Now, I wrote a book, Buddy's Candle. I step out of the house with a dog named Furphy, because he had a lot of fur. My wife named him that. And I hear a voice say to me, go to the animal shelter. And this happens frequently. I go down to the shelter. I walk in. There's a dog sitting by the door. And I immediately said, what's his name? It just popped out of my mouth. They said, his name is Buddy. He's been here less than 15 minutes. I said, I'm here to take him home. And I did. On the way home, we stopped for gas. As I'm getting out of the car, Buddy leaps out the door and starts running down the street. And I had to get everybody to stop driving and help me, because I said, I've only had him 5 minutes. He's not my dog. So everybody stopped, blocked off the street, and we got him and put him back in the car. When I got home, I said to him, now, when I say I said to him, in my head, I said the words, Buddy, why did you act like that? Why did you do that? And I heard him talk to me. He said, I belonged to a couple. The wife was very nice, but the husband was an alcoholic. And when he'd come home, the wife would say, take the dog for a walk. But he never did. He'd put me in the car, drive to the bar, go in and drink, and then he'd come out drunk and abuse me. And once I had him in the house, I realized how true that story was. But I said to him, I would never treat you that way. But when I say I realized how true the story was, we'd be sitting for dinner, and I'd want to offer him a treat, and I'd say, Buddy, come here. And he'd back up. Every time he'd say, come here, he backed up. If I picked up a broom in the house to clean something, he would cringe and run. And I knew he'd been beaten, with broom handles and sticks in the yard. But I let him know I would never treat him that way. And then a few weeks later, I'm out shopping, and I come back at a Stop and Shop to the car, and the side door was open on the minivan. And I realized I must have hit the button when I put it in my pocket, and the damn car is open, and so he's gone. And I went over to the car, and there he was sitting on the seat in the open car. It blew my mind, but I knew he knew I was adopted him to love him, not abuse him. The other dog, though, Furphy, was missing, but I know where he goes. I went in to Stop and Shop, and the security guard had him and was giving him treats, because Furphy always wanted to stay with me. I could leave him outside stores, post offices, anywhere. He even found his way into a restaurant once when the people said, no, we can't let a dog in here. So I went to the back door and said, wait for me. and I went in to eat. And then a few minutes later, somebody's walking through the restaurant with him in his arms saying, "Whose dog is this?" I said, "It's mine." "How did he get in?" Because the front door, you had to go up a flight of stairs and everything. He said he came in the front. I said, "I'd left him at the back door. He had to find his way around."
Yeah, he figured it out.
Yeah, and the guy said, "All right, he can stay." So they let him sit under the table with me.
Well, those are great stories, Bernie, but we need to take a break now to hear from our sponsors. We'll be back in a few minutes with more of our show with Dr. Bernie Siegel. We'll be right back.
Interested in learning more? Visit physical therapist Sally Morgan's website at sallymorganpt.com, where you will find details about her upcoming speaking engagements, craniosacral therapy, and Tellington TTouch offerings, as well as information about holistic care for animals. Join the mailing list today and be the first to learn about upcoming events and special offers. Sally Morgan is a best-selling author, and her book, Dances of the Heart, Connecting with Animals, details her journey of learning to listen to animals. Her unique set of animal connection cards offers 52 activities to enhance your relationships with the animals in your life, and she suggests that you ask your pet to choose a card each week. Both Sally's book and her cards are available on Amazon and her website, sallymorganpt.com. Join Sally Morgan PT CST Daily on Facebook for conversations with a corgi, and visit YouTube for past episodes as well as Sally's TED Talk. When it comes to our pets' health, you can never be too careful. We invest significant time in ensuring that they have long and happy lives, but it's important to invest the same dedication into our own longevity. The key active ingredient in Dr. Morgan's wellness formula, pure New Zealand deer antler velvet, is now available as a standalone human-grade product. Life Deer Antler Velvet is a whole food supplement rich in calcium and collagen to support healthy joints and strong bones. Our products prioritize purity, ethical harvesting, and quality sourcing above all else. Visit lifepurerecovery.com to learn more and order your first bottle today.
Tune in to world-renowned author, speaker, and holistic veterinarian Dr. Judy Morgan, and now radio host of Dr. Judy Morgan's Naturally Healthy Pets on syndicated Dream Vision 7 radio network every Monday and Tuesday, 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Not sure which vaccinations should be given or how often? Not sure which food is best for your individual pet? Find out the answers to your questions in this weekly show where Dr. Judy interviews top experts and showcases the latest products that will help your pets stay naturally healthy.
Does your dog have bad breath? Tired of spending money on expensive dental procedures? Try out Dr. Morgan's Dental Drops today and save money while maintaining your pet's oral health. With New Zealand deer antler velvet as the primary ingredient, Dr. Morgan's Dental Drops are effective for treating stomatitis, gingivitis, and ulcers. You can purchase Dr. Morgan's Dental Drops directly from Amazon Prime or from her website, www.drjudymorgan.com.
This is Dream Vision 7 Radio Network, uniting mankind with universal love. Our shows are created from the heart, bringing each listener to a place of divine enlightenment. Breathe, relax, and enjoy. Let life flow.
Hi, and welcome back. You're listening to Dr. Judy Morgan's Naturally Healthy Pets on DreamVision7Radio.com, and I'm your host, holistic physical therapist for pets and people, and Dr. Judy Morgan's sister, Sally Morgan. And I'm here with my guest today, Dr. Bernie Siegel, who prefers to be called Bernie. And we've been talking about his wonderful stories with animals. And Bernie, I know so many of our listeners have struggled with cancer with their pets or with their friends' pets. What can you tell us about, with your years of experience of cancer work, about coping with cancer with your pets?
Well, two things, as I say. One is learning from the pets. Why I wrote, Buddy's Candle book, that the animals live in the moment. They're not worrying about next month and what's going to happen in statistics. And if we learn from them, then good things begin to happen, because our body chemistry is related to our feelings and emotions. If you're happy and laughing, your immune function is much higher and your stress hormone levels are down. So I know many human cancer patients who, when they thought they had